Okay, so what's up? We gotta get into this read. I tried to do a reading without showing myself, but in doing the reading, I was just like, because like subconsciously, I wanted the screen to be all black, so that tells me like I'm still holding on to, you know, well, whatever, shit. What are the messages for whomever it may concern? What are the messages? What are the messages? So I pick up somebody is too jealous to apologize. Somebody owes somebody an apology, but they're too jealous. So my thing is, don't apologize if you don't mean the shit. You know, yo hating ass. Oh, hating ass motherfucker. Oh, hating ass. Well, that lets me know you was wrong about some shit and you don't know how to have integrity and you don't have the confidence to stand within the fucked up decisions that you make and just own it. That's probably why you hate it. Got some growing up to do. People make mistakes every day. Your jealousy gonna drive you in your life into the ground and your relationships. Your jealousy is what got you in a position to where you gotta apologize anyway. Hating ass. All right, come on now. Okay. So we have the Empress in the position of the crown. We have Child of Poetry in reverse. We have Swiftness. People are talking about you. You have defeat. They feel defeated, I guess, because you're innocent. Now they're discontent and they're trying to op up. So this must got something to do with the apology. Because sometimes when people are wrong, they'll try to do their best to make it seem like they weren't wrong about something. Or my thing is that it's too many witnesses. Okay, so you have assistants here too. Okay, so they be trying to op up because they want to make it seem like that they're not in the wrong for something. My thing is that, well, if you're not a forgiving person, your jealousy will keep you from being a forgiving person. So that's low vibration, you know. So when you're not a forgiving person, you don't have a forgiving heart. Nothing that comes from you is going to be good anyway. You're not doing no favors by apologizing to somebody and you don't mean it. You might as well just be true to yourself. You just a hating ass motherfucker. And even though you see how your hatred has gotten you in a position you don't want to be in, you still don't want to admit it. Well, that sounds like a personal problem for somebody. So anyway, in the position of your crown, okay, so are you thinking about this person? Okay, so this is you. This is going to represent the Empress. So you know that you're capable of, this is going to represent emotional growth. You know that you're growing emotionally within yourself, okay, as well as your relationships. And with this being in the position of your crown, you are also helping other individuals with understanding emotional intelligence and the importance of emotional growth. I feel like human beings, we're always in our feelings. We feel a lot, and it seems as it's like the older we get, it seems like the less we grow. We get to a certain point and then we're just kind of stuck in our ways, you know. So I mean, whatever, that's a choice. But um you know that the way in which that you think is feminine, to where you live in a predominantly masculine world. Okay, so when it comes to the beauty of your mind and the beauty of who you are as a person, is kind of like, I think that there's a lot that you are understanding about yourself, because this is natural. So this is a natural beauty. Is this for a man? So this is going to be for a man. Okay. So it's like the way that you think, you have a beautiful mind. So, I mean, I don't know. Men it be challenging for men sometimes because people be trying to play a man who's in touch with his feminine side. Sometimes they be trying to say he gay or he soft. He too soft. You know what I'm saying? Like he not tough enough. I guess because you got too much respect and honor to be the bitch upside her head. You know what I'm saying? You got more sense to walk away when she acting dumb as hell or he, whatever. But anyway, it's kind of like you can grow people, you can grow things. Nature is, because nature, the empress, is in the position of your crown. You are aligned to Mother Earth. So this is abundance, this is bounty, this is you appreciating yourself. So this is going to represent the lower chakras, the sacral, the root, and the solar plex. Okay. So, swiftness, there's a room of people talking about you. They feel defeated because you are innocent. I already said that. These people are feeling discontent because they may know something that you don't. With the sacrednicity here of 8 and 8, this is future abundance. This is seeds of future abundance that you have planted. So it's going to come to you in the future. So people know like what's coming to you before you even do. Okay, so I feel like they're trying to get together. They're trying to figure out how they're going to op up, how they're going to try to be able to stop this from happening and all this type of stuff. It's not going to work. The Eight of Wands also represents, it represents your ancestors are doing work. So whatever is for you, whatever is promised to you, there's a bigger picture to this situation other than people thinking that they're going to keep something or hold something back from you that is meant for you. Okay, so the swiftness card is also the Eight of Pentacles. So I mean, that does come off as my cash card. Okay, but I also pick up some type of work. So if you're providing some type of a service, you have individuals that are trying to get in the way of people wanting to reach out to you. You know what I'm saying? Wanting your service or something like that. This is a family thing. Okay, so this is a family thing. So you got people in your family, they're meeting up behind your back and they're talking all type of shit. But the content of your mind shows and prove who you really and truly are. Rather they want to accept that you deserve it or not, you fucking deserve it, and you're gonna have it. You, with the assistance card here, there's somebody here, you are receiving some type of assistance during your time of dealing with this defeat with other people. Okay, so you have somebody in your life who is helping to remind you of who you truly are. Okay, if you had to deal with or go through some type of humiliation, because the 10 of swords, that's going to be like a cycle coming to completion. So when it comes to your family, they've been talking about you, but lying on you, backstabbing you, betraying you, and all that type of stuff. They've been gossiping. I kind of feel like the swiftness card, this room of people, I feel like it got something to do with court. They may be sitting in a conference room or something like that, talking about you, discussing certain things about you, whatever. It could have something to do with like a passing, maybe somebody, there's a will or something. It could have something to do with some type of insurance or something. A business. I do kind of pick up a business. If it's a business, I have a feeling it has like, it's like a kitchen. Okay, because I do pick up something here about like kitchen witch, and when I say kitchen witch, it just means that, well, for one, your energy transfers into the food. Okay, and your food can transform people's energy. Okay, so I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's what I picked up though. Okay, but I see a building, I see property too. Okay, so I mean, you know, it's is it some type of inheritance? It's some type of inheritance, and I think and I feel like your family has been keeping it from you for a while, and they have been in rooms talking to people within the court system and all this type of stuff, because it's like they're trying to convince people of who you are, why you don't deserve it, this, and that. I don't understand why any of that matters if somebody left it in a will that what goes to you goes to you. So it's giving me, you know, this is a very narcissistic family, and I know you may not want to hear that about your family, but that is the truth. You would sit there and betray your family. Isn't family supposed to be everything? And you're sitting up there trying to keep them away from, you know, what is given to them, all because you feel some type of way. You don't think highly of somebody, or you're trying to inject. I pick up your family. These people don't even really know you. Are you close to them? You're not even close to them. So is it estranged relatives? It's estranged relatives. Okay. So did you grow up with them? You didn't grow up with them. So, you know, they probably jealous as hell. But my thing is that it's coming. That's why I picked up that person who owe your ass an apology. I'm trying to tell you, they made a fool out of themselves. And I pick up that, you know, these people are high status in the world, in like authoritative positions. So somebody really made themselves look like a fool. You supposed to be an intellectual, and you done proven yourself to be jealous, unreasonable, and then, you know, you lack, what was I about to say? They don't want me to go in because I'm sure about to go in. They lack integrity and strength. You know, they want people to see them as something so powerful, you know, but they can't humble themselves after, you know, I want to say it's a mistake, but it's not a mistake. It came from a place of hate, jealousy, and envy. You know, all you got to do is say, this is what happened. You know, I admit that I was feeling jealous. You know, I was struggling with the jealousy, you know, but I apologize, because through this experience, you know, I realized that, for one, I was out of line and you didn't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. It's really that easy. But my thing, this person, they was talking cold hard cash shit. You know, they was out trying to make you look like something that was just terrible. You know what I'm saying? So you may do things, you may get into things that are different from this estranged family. But at the same time, you never really know, you know, what's really going on, because let's say that, you know, your mother had you, you know, by a man, and she kept you away from that man, and she kept the family away from you. You know, that family may be going through some type of resentment, like they won't even hear, they won't even in your life, and you're sitting up here and you're trying to give all of this, you know, to this estranged family member. You know, a lot of tension grows around court situations, especially dealing with death. And um when it comes time to distributing and, well, you know, mm, negotiating assets. You know what I'm saying? It gets real ugly. It gets real ugly. It's kind of like, you know, divorces. Sometimes divorces can get real ugly. So, you know, but my thing is that you have some assistance here. So you, because I don't even think you were aware. Oh, you were you aware? Were they aware? So you were aware. Mm. Sometimes you got to be careful. I don't know if it's that important to them. Motherfuckers is wrong and they can't even apologize. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what type of what type of drama they'll try to bring to you if you receive something. You know what I mean? Let's say that you know, you inherit a building. Who's to say they won't try to set that shit on fire, or they won't be sitting there making complaints about what you're doing with that building? You know what I'm saying? People are crazy when it comes to money. You know, when it comes to money and people feelings and what they think that they're owed, and this is and that, you know, it gets ugly. So be careful Because I do have a feeling somebody going to try to be fake. I have a feeling they going to try to smile in your face. Like I hear, I miss you. I miss you. I miss you so much. Fake. They want something. They want to keep close tabs on you or some shit. Want to know, want to see what you're doing. Like, it gets ugly. It gets real ugly. And you just never really know what's truly, honestly going on inside of people's heads, you know? So, my thing is that there's a new phase within your life that you are beginning. And people are very discontent about this new phase. So, when people see you moving on and they're stuck, this is when they try to like op up because they want to make it seem like, oh, yeah, you may be doing that, but oh, I got this going on. But no, this is a crash out. But I do pick up, individuals they came together to try to plan some shit. I'm trying to tell you, people will take shit far to make it seem like something in which that is not. Man, I had individuals, you know, I guess they thought that I felt some type of way about not having a car. My thing is that, well, baby daddy got a car. I can use his car anytime. And then on top of that, there's public transformation. It's not transformation, transportation, and the transportation is right here. You got cabs, you got Lyft, you got Uber, you got the Lime scooters, like I have resources. So, motherfuckers thought that by them getting a new car, I was going to feel some type of way about that shit. And the thing is that this person, the car was in their name, but it wasn't even their car. Then on top of that, they ended up getting into a car accident, got pulled over by the police, and then had to deal with a lot of shit in court, only to end up getting locked up anyway. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I'm trying to tell you, people will really put on a show. That's why they like to keep their distance, because the further you are away from them, the more in which that they can create illusions, and when you're up close and personal with them, you got to be careful because they'll try to drug your ass. They know that you see through them, so they want to distort your vision. They always, you want to drink, you want a shot, want to hit this blunt, that should be laced. So I'm trying to tell you, opposition, I just be like, damn, you put you put all this time and energy into putting on this production for me. I'm not paying you, and I'm not even your audience. I could care less. And when you don't care, and when they realize that you don't care, that you never cared, they feel dumb as a bag of bricks. They just feel dumb as hell, and but when they get that feeling, they don't like that feeling. So then they get motivated to try to op up even more. Now they're like that monkey jumping around, begging for attention. You know what I'm saying? I want you to see me. I want you to see what I got going on. I don't want to see your smoke and mirrors. I don't care about that. Get the fuck out of here. You belong in the circus. Right? It's crazy. It's all mind control. Motherfuckers want mind control. And a lot of the times they want mind control because they see something in you. They see how strong you are. They see how you can prevail through things. They see how you're okay with certain things that they're not okay with. You know what I mean? So now the individual that I was telling you about with my situation, they was dipping in that witchcraft. So that's why they start going through all those court situations. You know what I'm saying? If they would have left the witchcraft out of it, they probably would have had a chance. But I mean, that's the backfire of the witchcraft. You start having all those court issues. You start losing your mental health. You start making crazy ass decisions out here that get you in trouble. So I mean, it is what it is, though. There's definitely a difference between somebody who's on the come up and they're happy about their come up, and they may be loud about their come up, but there's a difference between a fake ass, opping ass, putting on a free performance for your ass. It's just like, damn, you wasting your time. That's why you can't get nowhere. Because you spend too much time focused on the wrong shit. You spend too much time trying to bring other people down instead of lifting yourself up. I hope I'm making some sense here today. I'm just saying. That's what I be saying. People, they don't know the power that they hold within. They just see everybody else. They see power in everybody else, and it's like they want to take it. They want to take it from them. You know, you can create your own power, and shit, you may come to find out what you can create is stronger than what somebody else can. Why you sitting up there wasting your time, wasting your life away, with the hate? Please. But anyway, okay, so we want to wrap up the reading here. So until the next time, we'll talk again. Thank you.